Hey y'all, well, this week on the channel, I've got huge news coming at you from a hiker that had a life-changing event out there on the trail. We got hikers that had to get off the trail, and they're going to tell you why they had to get off the trail. We've got hikers that have finished, and that is awesome in and of itself. And we got all the normal news out there. Not normal news, because it ain't never normal, but we got news coming at you from the trail. Let's go ahead and dive right in. So we got Tick Magnet. He is back on the trail after some severe bronchitis. Actually still has a little bit of bronchitis. Let's hear from him.
Hey Ramdino, it's Tick Magnet. It's been 2 weeks since I checked in. As you said, last told you I was pretty sick. Still got a bit of the bronchitis. I went back to another doctor. They prescribed a whole nother round of antibiotics for me. It's the second round, double the size and longer. And I'm still in the process of taking those. I'm supposed to not be hiking for another 4 days or so. But I flipped up to Maine a little bit because there was some shorter sections up here, like up around Moxie Pond from north of the Kennebec River to get my trail legs back. So I ran into a couple of your subscribers today and talked to them on top of Pleasant Pond Mountain. And at any rate, hope to be hiking another section tomorrow, shorter section, like 8.5 miles. And then a 10 mile after that, and see if I can get back into the swing of things. Anyhow, appreciate you keeping us all in touch and all the information you give us on the AT.
And he also sends us a video from some subscribers he met out there on the trail.
Hey Ramdino, I'm here on, what are we on, Pleasant Pond Mountain?
Pleasant Pond Mountain.
At any rate, here in Maine, and ran into some of your subscribers. This is
Walkie Talkie.
Walkie Talkie. She watches you every week.
Mm-hmm.
And
I just hear about you.
Yeah, that's right. At any rate, got to say hi.
You got it.
That is so cool. I love it when you folks send in video of seeing other people out there on the trail, and y'all have made the connection through this channel. And that's what it's all about, supporting the thru hikers, supporting the hiker community. Because here we had a thru hiker with folks that are section hikers coming from the hiker community. And guys, it's not about me. I'm just here with the channel. It's about you out there that support each other on a regular basis and just make this channel what it is. So thanks a lot for making those connections that happen out there. And then we got Dutchie. He reports in from the Yellow Deli in Rutland.
Hey Ramdino, it's Dutchie here, coming from Rutland, Vermont. I really liked Pennsylvania. The rocks were great, the bush or the forest was beautiful. And then New Jersey, New York, I did a lot of deli blazing, which was great. I lost a bit of body weight, so it's nice to have some more town meals. And yeah, saw 4 bears in New Jersey and 1 in New York. The trails were quite bad in New York, actually badly maintained, unfortunately, which caused a lot of ticks. So one day I had like 30 ticks. It's quite warm and humid, which I sort of like. It's a bit like summer in Australia, but unfortunately rain at night, thunderstorms. And then yeah, we went to Connecticut and Massachusetts, which we had really quaint little towns. Fortunately, I had a bit of a tropical heat rash, but yeah, all over it now. I want to thank you for all you're doing for the community, and I like to say a big thank you to Tom in Dalton. I stayed at his backyard in a tent. He's been helping hikers for 46 years. And Pokey, he helps a lot of hikers in that same area. And Spinus Cougar for some amazing trail magic. So yeah, heading to the last bit of Vermont. Vermont's been nice, beautiful forest. And then off to the Whites. So everyone's been talking about the Whites, how beautiful it is and how tough it's going to be. Less than 500 miles to go, so in some ways very exciting. In other ways, time's gone fast. I'm about 3 months and 1 week on the trail now, and yeah, time flies. So everyone on the trail, good luck, keep going, have fun, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye for now.
So sounds like he has been enjoying those delis up and down the trail since he hit the New England states. And then the comment he made about New York needing some trail maintenance, I have no doubt that that's an issue. I have heard that even Tennessee, where, you know, if you'll recall when Helene came through, and Tennessee did just miracle work getting out there on the trail and getting it cleared in time for the Nobo through hikers to come through. Even they are having trouble keeping up with the maintenance that need to be on the trail, because we've had such a wet and hot season this year that wet and hot equals weeds. If you got any type of yard lawn, you know the weed problems have been out there, and they just can't keep up with them. When you have one trail maintainer that's looking after 20 miles, by the time he gets it weed eated or knocked down, gets to the end of that 20 miles, it's time to come back and it's already waist high. So unfortunately, we don't have enough trail maintainers out there. If you want to be a part of that solution, then any of these trail clubs that are near you will take you on as a volunteer to come out and help them. So think about that. But anyway, appreciate you trail maintainers for doing what you can do out there. Know it's a thankless task, but thanks anyway. And then Princess Peach, she has officially completed the Mahoosuc Mile. So for you folks that don't know, the Mahoosuc Mile, it's actually a mile plus, and it is basically a rock scramble. It's considered one of the most difficult miles, if not the difficult miles plus, because it's a little more than a mile, on the Appalachian Trail. And so it's rock scrambles through boulders that are formed caves from falling over top, under them. It's just really amazing. But she's finished that, and that is in southern Maine. She had her hubby come out. Hey there, Daisy. Yes, this is actually Daisy. Daisy, take a look at the camera here. This is Daisy. Okay, Daisy, this is what happens when your doodle dog does not get maintained on a regular basis. So Daisy had to be sheared. But anyway, she's our regular Daisy, and we love her for it. Anyway, Princess Peach, so her husband came out, and he helped her get through that Mahoosuc Mile. And that's awesome when husbands come out on the trail and kind of hang out with their wives and hike with them, and love seeing that. So she's crossed into New Hampshire, and she plans on hut hopping through the White, so she'll be staying in a lot of huts in there, and that's great. And then we got Alpha-Gal and Metro +1. They check in, and that +1 is Chicken Louise.
Hey Ramdino, it is Metro and Alpha-Gal and Chicken Louise. All right, we are at the base of the Blue Blaze that goes up to, what is that, Sugarloaf Mountain, way the heck up there. We're not doing that, there's clouds up there. But look at the sign, 199 miles to go. It's been an amazing journey so far. Just a few days more to get to the 100-mile wilderness, and then Mama K.
199 to go. That seems incredible. So if you've been watching this channel at all, you know that Alpha-Gal and Metro have been updating us throughout the course, and we've seen them as the miles tick down. And so pretty soon, you know, they're in 3-digit numbers now. I've been there for a while. Pretty soon they're going to be in 2-digit numbers. That's going to be awesome, and expecting to see them summit in the next couple weeks. So that's great. I wish they'd do a yo-yo, because we're going to miss them, right? They put in some real good updates, and just enjoying seeing them. We don't get to hear a lot from Metro. He kind of mimes a lot of times, and he's very loud in his mime, if that's such a thing. It looks like he's got Chicken Louise. I don't know if that's the chicken dance she's doing, or if that's the Metro mime she's doing. But in any place, hopefully when they get up to Katahdin, we'll get a big yeehaw out of Metro. And then Creek, he checks in from New Jersey.
Hey Ramdino, this is Tom, also known as Creek on the Appalachian Trail. I'm hiking northbound on the AT. I'm at mile 1359 right now, 1,359. I'm coming into Vernon, New Jersey. Just wanted to give you an update. Today it's going to be 90. Yesterday it was 95 plus. Day before it was 95. It's hot on the trail. It's been dry through Pennsylvania, New Jersey, but I'm making my way up the trail. If your viewers could tune into my channel, I'm hiking for Tunnel to Towers Foundation. And my YouTube channel is Tom Treks, TREKS, one word. Check out Tunnel to Towers Foundation. As a result of September 11th, 9/11, it's a foundation that supports the families of fallen first responders from back then and from current. So Ramdino, I'll see you on up the trail. The plan is to make it to Katahdin. I'll give you an update up the way. Thank you for everything you do of this nice boardwalk here. Going through some marshes. Have a great day.
That's a great charity there. I contribute to Tunnel to Towers. They give not only to first responders, but also to military veterans who have been hurt in action. So awesome. Appreciate that, Creek. And then we got Blue Jeans and Father Time. They have hiked through Massachusetts, and then they went ahead and bumped up to Monson. Let's hear from them now.
Hey Ramdino, it's Father Time here and Blue Jeans. Giving you a little update. We, as you can tell, we bumped up to the 100-mile wilderness in Munson.
I got visa issues, so I have to be home by the 31st of August. So I'm gonna fly home from Boston, and this way I'll still be able to make the Katahdin way and then hike as far southbound as we can.
That's right.
After that.
So we're gonna do the 100-mile wilderness, summit Katahdin, bounce back to Munson, and then go as far south as we can before he has to fly out of town. So wanted to give you all that update.
And one thing you never forget, you're all loved.
See you later.
See ya.
Father Time says there is a large bubble going through Massachusetts. He said they had over 30 hikers at his home there before they left for Monson. So I'm assuming he lives in Massachusetts. And then Dog Tag sends in this video of Blue Jeans and Father Time. Hey, that is awesome, Blue Jeans, to see you baptized and come to know the Lord out there on trail. That is so cool. So look forward to, if I don't see you ever again in this life, seeing you again in the next life. Very cool, Blue Jeans. And thanks for facilitating that, Father Time. And then Dog Tag, he also sends in a video there of his update from the Connecticut state line.
Well, good morning, Ramdino from Connecticut. We are at the 1,500 mile mark. Dog Tag here checking in with the Tramily. You see Steady, Mosey, Sour Patch, and we have a fifth in our group now. Silverback has joined us. He's in the process of healing some shoulder injuries, so he and Dog Tag have been kind of hanging out, and we're still moving forward and still headed to Maine. So thanks for what you do.
And of course, once they got done with Connecticut, they hit Vermont after Massachusetts.
All right, Ramdino, the Tramily, as you know them, a Dog Tag, Silverback, Steady, Mosey, and Sour Patch. We are here at the beginning of the long trail. So that means we have officially entered our 11th state on the AT. Vermont. Thanks for what you do. Oh yeah, oh, well, if you did, I'm sure you knew, but it's Vermont.
Not everybody who's watching knows.
But it's Vermont.
Yes.
And Massachusetts was an incredible experience for us. The veterans in North Adams reached out to us, did some awesome stuff for us. And then the most incredible thing happened yesterday. We got to watch a trail baptism on the AT. I'll send you a little clip of that. Father Time baptized Blue Jeans. And I know you're a church-going guy, so you probably really appreciate it. So it's amazing how we lose stuff on the AT, but some of us find some pretty incredible things too. So Ramdino, thanks for what you do. Thanks for everything, and Dog Tag out.
Hey, Dog Tag, appreciate you sending in all of those videos. That's very great to see those, especially about Blue Jean. So Moondog is hiking with Shredder, and here he is coming down off of Mount Madison. I have never hiked this part of the trail before. Matter of fact, I've never seen videos of this trail before. Nobody's ever sent me in pictures. I had no idea that Mount Madison was nothing but a rock pile. I don't know how you don't get hurt on it, much less how you find the trail through that. So Yeah, that's amazing. So anyway, thanks for sending in that video there, Moondog. That kind of gives me a whole new perspective on hiking through the presidentials there. And then Uncle Bill and Pace Center, they check in with a video this week.
Hey, Ramdino, thank you so much for all you do. As you can see, behind me is the magic sign. That's right, we have made it 1,500 miles from Springer Mountain, and we have how many left?
700.
700. So excited. I love Connecticut. I'm gonna get the shirt. I'm gonna wear it every day for the rest of my life.
Yeah, we've had a good hike to Connecticut, and we just met a 2022 hiker who said that we're cruisy through halfway through Massachusetts, so hope he's right. And then he said a level 11 begins, so
Yeah.
We're ready for that.
Oh, yeah.
Everything's been great. Little bit of trouble with shoes, but we worked that out, and no complaints here.
No.
We're starting to see northbounders now.
Southbounders.
And southbounders, but we're starting to see northbounders regularly now, so that's a new change.
Yeah, we camped with, what, 6 of them last night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Pace Setter and Uncle Bill here. We will fill you in a week from now, so have a good one. Thanks.
Have a nice day.
And he also sent this one along from Goose Pond.
Hey, Ramdino, Uncle Bill here with Pace Setter and Blobster. We're at the Upper Goose Pond cabin in Massachusetts. And Lobster made us some awesome pancakes this morning.
The best pancakes I have had on trail yet.
And it's my pleasure to be a host up here at the cabin.
And he said make sure we told all the hikers that these were the best pancakes on the trail. Now, he didn't actually say that, but Pace Setter did.
I did.
So if you're hiking through Massachusetts, it's a great place to stop. The water was wet. The pond is one of the most gorgeous ponds I've seen on trail, and it's a great, great stop. Have a nice day.
Hey, Goose Pond is like 1/10 or 2/10 of a mile off the trail, but it is really a must stay. They've got canoes, they got camping areas. You can stay in the cabin in the morning with the cabin. They got a pancake breakfast. So it is, it's really a nice stay. And when I stayed there, it was raining cats and dogs at night. So even a better stay for me, but highly recommend you stop in Goose Pond, shelter or cabin, stay there in the cabin, go out and swim in the pond, take a canoe trip out to the island, very well worth it. And then we've got Boston OG, they check in from Shaw's.
Hi, Ramdino. This is Boston. I'm here with OG. Well, you'll never guess where we are. Let's see. Shaw's. We just walked into Monson. Trail's been great. Weather's been great. Haven't seen too many Sobos the past few days. Been a steady stream of Nobos and section hikers. We're looking to finish up in about another 7 or 8 days. We'll see you from Katahdin. Boston out.
And so they are now in the 100-mile wilderness, so we should probably won't hear from them next week, but the following week they will probably send us their summit video. So that's going to be awful neat. Looking forward to that. So some folks we got off the trail. We got Chase. He's off the trail due to heat and trying to keep up his business and keep his clients happy, and he sends in this video.
Greetings, Ramdino. It's Chase. As you can see, I'm off trail. I made it to McAfee Knob trailhead. My daughter came and hiked with me, and we ended up going to McAfee Knob and meeting Ridge Runner Bill, who was really an awesome guy. It was a great experience. So we did come off trail for a week or two to take care of some home and business things that needed to be dealt with, and the good news is we live pretty close, and yeah, we'll be heading south again. I got 430 miles to go.
I cannot imagine trying to work and hike at the same time. He tried that last year, and I know that's got to be very stressful, and obviously he had to get off trail this time, but my understanding is he's going back out there. However, Zuko is off trail due to an injury, and she probably will not be going back out there. So she was hiking through. We called her last week. She was coming through the Shenandoahs. She tripped on a small rock, hit a big rock with a face plant. Fortunately, she said it was smooth. However, that's what happens when you hit the side of your face on a rock. She took a 0 there at the Big Metal Lodge to get some ice and stuff on it, just to make sure she wasn't hurt worse than she is. So she's a nurse. She knows the concussion protocols. So she checked herself out and determined she was fine. Got back on trail, but then after a day or so, just decided that it was hot. She couldn't sleep well with the side of her face all messed up. And so she decided to get off trail because she just wasn't enjoying it anymore. And, you know, if you're hurt like that and just trying to push the miles, just trying to make miles in general, that can be not fun. So if you're not out there enjoying yourself, I mean, there's no point in being on trail, right? Just to make miles. So anyway, she's off. She's probably not going to finish this year, won't finish her through hike, but she says she will go back out and finish the sections that she missed sometime in the near future. And then a person that has finished, a hiker out there that's updated us a few times, and that's Dutch. So he summited on Saturday, July 26th. He started February 1st. Says he was Nobo bag tag number 140 when he started. And I went back and checked about how that kind of crunches out with last year's numbers. And so I first thought that 140 was low, but it looks like it's maybe tracking along with what we had last year. Now, we've said before that we feel like we have less hikers this year, and even trail maintainers have said that as well. But Master Splinter, and he and Leo, they summited summit number 124, and that was July 28th of last year. So that's kind of tracking, maybe a little further ahead, maybe not. It's kind of hard to tell there, but no, but Dutch being 140 and Master Splinter being 124 within a week of each other, and this is summit season, we're kind of feel like we're kind of tracking where we were last year. And then the news we got out there on the trail, so Spineless Cougar, he's our Vermud Trail Angel correspondent. He says they finally got some cool, dry weather. The 10-day forecast says sunny with highs in the mid to low 80s with dew points below 60 and nighttime temps in the low 60s. So that is great hiking weather, great sleeping weather at night. He did say the larger streams are running nicely, but that the usual small season streams are a bit dry. But he said hikers are reporting they're not having any trouble finding water. Said the worst of the bugs are gone. That's a plus. Shelter space is generally available. He did say the large group of hikers, maybe the 25 to 30, are in some areas, but most hikers are saying there isn't a big indication of a bubble yet. We're going to talk more about the bubble here in just a minute. His stats for the week, so his earliest starter was Clementine, and she started on March 7th. She was bag tagging number 682, and his latest was starters were Zippy and Toe Tag, and not bag tag, but Toe Tag, and they started April 17th, and they were bag tag numbers 2,144 and 2,145. His heaviest pack this week was Clementine at 34.8, and his lightest was a Sobo Kiddo, and Kiddo had one at 18.2. And then looking at the folks that had Noro on his list, less than 10% of those had Noro. So Dog Tag also sent in some trail reports about the bubble. He said in Vermud, when he came through there was a big bubble moving through. There were big numbers there at the Manchester Center and the VFW, he said, this past week. And it was the grassy field was full for 2 consecutive days. And then he said the Trail Magic outside of Rutland, they had over 30 through hikers come through there, mostly Nobo, but several of those were Sobo. So the numbers there, looks like the bubble is moving through Maryland, Vermont right now. That's where the biggest bubble that we have seen so far of 30 hikers moving through there. And then Whispers, he's our northern correspondent, usually handles up in the New Hampshire area. He said the Mahoosucs, I don't know, somebody give me a phonetic spelling of that. Mahoosucs are very dry. he did say all the usual sources in the ridge areas are just puddles, and the water sources at the shelters are viable and flowing, but he said that they're while they may be flowing, they're not flowing enough to be where you could just put your bag under them. You have to, it's a dipper, so you got to have something to dip out of it, to dip it into your bag, your dirty water bag. And then he also said that the Canadian wildfires are sending some smoke in that area and kind of affecting the views, but if there's that much smoke to affect the views, they can also affect your breathing. And particularly, going through the whites, you're doing some heavy ascents and descents, and so that's going to make it more difficult there with lack of being able to breathe as well as you typically could. And then we got Woods Hole weekends coming up, so I'll leave that down below when it's coming up. I believe this is in September. I can't remember the exact date, but I'll leave that down below, and I'll leave the link to it if you're interested all in being a part of that. So that is for thru hiker wannabes that are looking for a practical as well as exposure to other thru hikers out there that'll be mentoring you throughout that whole weekend. I'm not a thru hiker, but I'll be there as well and doing my best to mentor you. I may be the example of what not to do, who knows. But in any case, it's filling up fast, so if you want to be a part of that, you need to call up there and register there with Neville. And Neville is the owner and proprietor of Woods Hole. That is a neat weekend, neat place to go. Probably one of the most neatest place, I would say, on the trail, if not the neatest, but it's not to be missed, that's for sure. But those are filling up fast. So go ahead and reserve your spot if you're at all interested. And then we got the 43rd Annual Alder Gathering is coming to Abington, Virginia. That's October 10th through the 13th. So you need to go ahead and get room reservations for that and sign-ups for that. They'll have all a bunch of classes. It'll be a neat time of the community gathering together, having classes, listening to speakers, just getting together for that camaraderie and fellowship that we all enjoy. So that's coming up. And then we had a viewer that sent in, Alice sent in, and want everybody to know that Smokey the trail cat has been found. So Smokey is a trail cat that that an individual was hiking with and got gone missing during a rainstorm. Apparently she slipped out of her leash, if you can leash a cat, and he actually went so far as had a GPS collar on her, but he was in the middle of packing up and didn't have that collar finished recharging, and she got gone in the middle of the rain. And so it was put out on Facebook. There were people looking for her. She's been found. They've been reunited. Everything's cool with Smokey the cat, so you don't need to go back out there and look for Smokey the cat. So we got a good thing that happened with that. And then I'll be heading up to Rocksylvania in like 10 days or less. Hey girl, I'll be heading up there in about 10 days to try to finish up Rocksylvania. I've got about half of it left, but it's the hardest half. It's the part that why it gets its name Rocksylvania. So I'm gonna be in the rocks, and I got plantar fasciitis. I don't know how well I'm doing, but I'll be starting up there on the 14th and going for about 10 days, doing a lash and trying to finish. So I'll be starting the first couple days by myself, and then I'll be meeting my hiking partner from last year, Dianimal, and so he'll be there. So if you're out there on the trail, stop in and say, hey, I will try to get a link to my Garmin InReach that I typically do while I'm out there on the trail. So if you want to track me, if I can figure out how to get that thing done, it seems like I'm like an old goose. I got to retrain myself every time to try to get the thing set up. But I'll try to do that. If I do, I will leave that link for everybody to do that. And then don't let you know that if you're a flip-flopper or you're a section hiker out there going through the Smokies, the newfound Gap Road there is closed on the Tennessee side. So apparently they had a slide. So if you're going through there, you're not going to be able to get back down into Gatlinburg when you come through there. So you're going to have to make sure either you're going into Cherokee or you're going to have to make sure you got enough to get through there until they get that road open, and don't know when that's going to be. Probably will be in the next couple days, but otherwise right now it's closed. And then check out this playlist over here if you need to go catch up on what's been going on with the hikers thru hikers out there and the trail in general. Starting in 2025, And then you can also go to my channel and see all of my hikes and everything and what I got going up in Pennsylvania. All right, folks, that's all I've got. As always, appreciate you, and we hope to see you out there. Along with Daisy, right? That's right, girl. Give me a kiss. Good girl.